Hello paper crafters, I'm Sunny Sky and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today we're making a quick simple holiday card that uses some clear packing tape to apply the glitter to this tree on the card. So this is Emerald Envy and Real Red cardstock, and then I have some of the red Glimmer paper. The set we're using is the Peaceful Pines and also the Coordinating Perfect Pines framelit set. So here are the sizes that you'll need. A full card of 5.5 by 8.5, and of course you're going to score it in the center at 4.25. And then the tree section, this red Glimmer paper we'll use for the star and the little pot. And then we're going to layer green, the Emerald Envy, 2.5 by 3.5 for our tree. And then I just made a small, usually I do a 1/4 inch wider, which gives you an 1/8 of an inch frame, but this one I just did a 1/8 inch wider, so it's a 1/16 of an inch. Just a narrow ribbon of red. So you can do it. This 2 5/8 by 3 5/8 in the Real Red, or you could go ahead and make it 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 if you want a little bit wider frame of red. So I want to show you how I went ahead and used the die set and went ahead and already cut the tree. This is the smallest tree from the set out of the Emerald Envy, and I did it in the center of this piece of cardstock, just maybe slightly to the bottom because you want to have room for the star up top. And you're not going to use the tree. I'm going to use this tree for another card, but we're just using the reverse of the tree for this card. And then we punched the star and the little base out of the Glimmer paper. So we'll use those in a minute. Alright, so let's get into this. This is just my clear packing tape, whatever brand, whatever thickness you want. And I'm going to put down a silicone mat here. And I'm going to flip my die over. I used the smallest tree on this set so that it will be narrow enough to fit the packing tape over without any of it going off the edge of the packing tape. And I'm putting it on a silicone mat because it would stick to my table if I tried to just have that packing tape right on the table. But I just want to make sure that the edges are down really good, and then I can just peel it off the silicone mat. Okay, so now I have the sticky side up of that packing tape, and this is my silver glitter. We also have the green glitter in the Holiday Mini. And I'm just going to put the glitter on top of this. And remember, this is the sticky side of the packing tape. And I'm just using the spoon to kind of press it into the tape just to make sure that it's secured well. And then do a couple of flicks. You are going to get glitter on yourself. It's inevitable. But anyways, we'll get it mostly back in the container. It doesn't leave quite so much. But look at how shiny and shimmery that is. So set my glitter aside. And then this card is pretty quick to assemble. We are going to texturize the base. So this is my full card, which I've scored. And you can see the texture on the base here, all those circles. So using my Big Shot, this is the same machine I used to cut those dies, I'm going to use my embossing folder, and I'm putting half of the card under it and half of it in. So you just fold the card over the folder, basically, is what you do. And then just center it there. And you're going to want to not have too much pressure on your folder since you do have that second piece of cardstock because you're doing this on the full card. I'm just making my sandwich with one layer cutting pad, the embossing folder, and then another layer of the cutting pad. If you have the newer base for your Big Shot, the newer platform, then you won't have to mess with the different tabs and stuff, and you should have it standard the way you need it. Alright, so there's all the texture on my card. Tried to get it straight in there since it's directly on the full card. Alright, and then we have our layer with our tree. And I just want to put some adhesive on the red layer behind it. And this is because the packing tape is on the back of this layer. I'm putting extra adhesive here just to make sure that it sticks really well. And that's also why I'm putting the adhesive on the red layer, so that, because if I try to put adhesive on the tape, some of it might just pill up a little bit, and it's just going to stick down better on the cardstock if I put it on the regular cardstock layer. Alright, sandwich those together. And then for my toppers on my tree, I'm going to just use a little small bit of the edge for the star. It's just a little bit too small to put a whole dimensional on without it sticking out the side there. And this just adds a little more pop to my card. Put that up on a dimensional, and I will use a full-size dimensional for this little pot that the tree is standing in. And of course, this tree is made with the little stem there. You don't have to put it in a pot, but I thought adding the red glimmer paper on the top and the bottom would be a nice parallel design there. And I'm going to use the foam adhesive strips. You could use dimensionals just as easily. The foam adhesive strips are twice as thick as the dimensionals, so it's going to pop it up a little bit more. But mostly I just thought it's just going to be a really quick way to adhere it onto the front of my card. This would be an easy card to make a bunch of because it's pretty quick, and if you got your glitter out and you're getting yourself a little bit glisteny, you might as well do several. And I am going to put a greeting on the inside of the card. A lot of times I leave my cards blank on the inside just so that I have more room to write a note. But since I don't have any words on the front, I thought I would go ahead and stamp on the inside of this one. And it just says, "May the peace of Christmas be yours this season and throughout the coming year." And if you wanted to add a piece of white on either side, you could do that. And there is this texture on the left, but I think that looks fine with the card. So there is my finished card and the one that I had beforehand to show you. And then let me just show you a variation on this. I did somewhere I did the tree on red, and this is that glitter, silver glitter on the clear packing tape, like the one that we demonstrated today. This is our silver glimmer paper, or Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper. And so it's just similar to this red glimmer paper here. So you see that these two trees have a little bit different look. This one is with the packing tape with the silver glitter, and this one's with that glimmer paper. So just kind of so you could do a whiter tree or the silvery tree. But I just thought that clear packing tape was kind of a neat idea for you if you hadn't come across that before. I've also done this with ornaments and put glitter on the ornament die as well instead of a tree. So anyways, hope you're having fun making Christmas cards this year, and enjoy your day.